Richard H. Thaler, the economist who made us all human, born 1945. For most of the 20th century, economics treated people like perfectly rational machines, always logical, always optimizing, never emotional. But one man, armed with humor, curiosity, and a stubborn belief in human imperfection, decided to challenge that idea. His name was Richard H. Thaler, and he turned the science of money into the science of people. Born in 1945 in New Jersey, Thaler wasn't a mathematical prodigy like many of his peers. What he had, instead, was an eye for the absurd. As a graduate student, he began keeping a notebook he called The List, a collection of moments where human behavior made absolutely no sense according to economic theory. A friend sold his football tickets for a profit but refused to buy new ones at the same price. A man refused to walk 5 blocks for a discount on a suit, but would drive across town for the same discount on a radio. Thaler's notebook filled up quickly. To traditional economists, such quirks were noise. To Thaler, they were clues. He began asking a radical question: what if economics started with how people actually behave, not how they're supposed to? Working with the psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, Thaler helped build a new field, behavioral economics. Their research showed that people aren't cold calculators. We rely on biases, shortcuts, and emotions to make decisions. We fear losses more than we desire gains. We overvalue things we own. We procrastinate, overreact, and regret. In short, we are beautifully, predictably irrational. One of Thaler's key ideas was the nudge. Instead of forcing people to make good choices, he argued, governments and organizations could gently guide them, nudge them, toward better outcomes. A simple example: automatically enrolling employees in retirement savings plans instead of waiting for them to sign up. The result? Millions more people saving for their future, without laws, guilt, or pressure. His 2008 book Nudge, co-written with Cass Sunstein, became a global phenomenon. It reshaped public policy from the United Kingdom to Singapore, and even inspired the creation of the UK's Nudge Unit, a team dedicated to improving citizens' decisions on health, finance, and energy. But Thaler's genius wasn't just in theory, it was in tone. He explained human irrationality with warmth, humor, and a deep respect for the messy, emotional creatures we are. To make economics more human, he said, you have to start by accepting that humans are not perfect. In 2017, Richard H. Thaler received the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences for his contributions to behavioral economics. The Nobel Committee praised him for building a bridge between economic and psychological analyses of individual decision-making. When asked how he would spend his prize money, Thaler grinned and said, "I'll try to spend it as irrationally as possible." Thaler's work continues to ripple through daily life, in the apps that help us save, the health programs that help us quit smoking, and even the design of organ donor systems that save lives. He reminded the world that behind every policy, every market, and every decision is a person, flawed, emotional, sometimes foolish, but always human. The biggest mistake of economics, Thaler once said, was assuming that everyone is rational. The biggest discovery was realizing they never were. By proving that imperfection, too, can be understood, and even predicted, Thaler made economics not colder, but kinder. Richard H. Thaler, the economist who made us all human, born 1945.